Divine Feminine, how you doing? So I thought I would do what are the intentions of the masculine. But for a start, I want to, that's not going to relate to everybody, but what I want to do also is just to see what's in your environment also, or any other messages that you've got coming up, Divine Feminine. So have we got any message, any message? I'm just looking for a message, anything. In love. Okay, putting a bitch in her place. So some of you could be arguing with a woman here. Okay, or it could be two women who's actually in a same-sex relationship, actually arguing with each other that the fact that you're actually in love with one another, but you decide to actually tell someone, well, argue. I mean, come on. I'm in love, but I'm going to put a bitch in her place and argue with her. Okay, so, I mean, what? Scream at someone to say that you're in love with them? Or is it just a very weird way of communicating at the moment? Divine Feminine, where you're looking at this person to say, well, if you love me and you want to be with me, then why the hell do you keep arguing with me? Is it hell? Is it something to do with a Capricorn maybe, or a Gemini? But like, if you love me, then why the fuck do we keep arguing? I can't seem to work it out. Like, why do you need to put me in my place? Why is there such competition here? If you love me and you want to be with me, then why the hell do you keep arguing with me? So, you know, it's a very strange way of communicating and showing love. It's a little bit like Steve's headbutt crunch. You know, walking up to someone and headbutting them and saying, what the fucking hell did you do that for? And you're like, well, it's because I love you. You're like, well, that's a fucking strange way of showing it. So basically, a lot of you could be arguing with the person that you actually love, but you decide to actually, I don't know, argue with them. So let's see. Because it's pretty much like telling someone off, or feel like I'm being told off. Then you've got she hurt me. Oh dear, okay. So for some reason, not all of you, but I am picking up on a same-sex relationship here. Okay, she hurt me, and that's the reason why I had to go at this bitch, because she stole my man or woman. Now that could be a circumstance, because someone else is in the way of our relationship. So I decided to have a go at that bitch and tell her that I'm in love with him. Now, it could be, because there really could be a third party. It's not going to be for everybody, but I need to get out all the messages first. So, if you are in a third party, this is either I want to tell that bitch exactly what I think of her, or I did. Okay, but I'm in love with her, but I need to tell that bitch to back off because that's my man. Right? Now, that could be a scenario. Now, putting this bitch in her place might be just be where you've actually had an argument with one another on a general level, or Jen, Julian, Jason, Justin, Jackie, Jasmine, Jack, and I did it because you hurt me, because we argued. Okay, let's see. Divine Feminine, any messages for the Divine Feminine? So you've got watch your back, bitch, because I've got you. Oh, okay. So some of you really could be in some sort of like out for blood. This is like, you know, the blood is dripping from a mouth here. So it's a little bit like, I don't know which way I'm going to put this video at the moment. But yeah, watch your back, bitch, because I've got you. So it's, yeah, there's some sort of like competition and argument and war going on. Now this is either environmental stuff, or it is actually to do with your relationships that you've kind of got going on. And you need to watch your back, bitch, because you hurt me going with my husband or man, or flirting with my man or husband, and you better watch your back. Right? So let's see. Any other messages for the Divine Feminine, please? Hopefully the tarot's going to say something different. This isn't going to be for all of you. But protected it. Okay. Predicted it. Oh, okay, sorry. So I predicted this was going to happen, and it did, because I told everybody that it was going to, and I told you that there's competition, that everybody's going to start arguing, and I predicted it quite a while ago to say that this was going to happen, but nobody believed me, because something was said of competition, and so what is it? Because I'm picking up on different messages. Hold on. So I'm in love with you. Put this bitch in her place. She hurt me. Watch your back, because I predicted it and they or she or he didn't. And I did. So, I don't know. This could be spiritual war. To do with like people that are more psychic than the others. I don't know. I don't care. But watch your back, because I predicted it and you didn't. She hurt me. Put a bitch in her place, and in love. So that does not make sense at all. So it has to be Libra possibly, and the sense that makes equivotably none whatsoever. So it could be the nun, but like, I don't know, in love, that's a waste of time. Put a bitch in a place, she hurt me, watch your back, and I predicted it. So it's kind of like, well, I predicted there was going to be a breakup, and I knew that would happen, because I told you so. So this could be other people, is what I'm hearing now. That this might be other people that are involved in other people's relationships and saying, well, I predicted it. I knew damn well that that was going to happen, that they would argue. So, I don't know. It seems more environment stuff, really. But these are what these cards are supposed to say. So basically, you've either got family members or you've got other people at work or anything like that that is to do with around, like, I'm going to put this bitch in her place, blah, 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 because someone keeps flirting with my man or woman. Or this is all psychic warfare shit where every tarot reader starts arguing against the other one because they're more spiritual than the others. Sorry, but that does happen. I'm more spiritual than anybody else. I predicted it. They didn't. I did. Right? So that's that. Because it says here, put a bitch in her place. She hurt me. Watch your back because I was the one that predicted it. So that has to be some sort of like spiritual warfare going on between tarot readers there. Leave me out of it. I don't want anything to do with it. But that's what that scenario says. Why do they have to give me those cards? So there's some sort of like spiritual warfare going on there between psychic and, I don't know, tarot readers and whatnot. So that's the environment. If that isn't relating to anything to do with that, that's to do with maybe where you're working. There might be someone that's flirting with someone else, and I'm going to have to tell that bitch to calm her ass down because, you see, I got a feeling there's a same-sex relationship in that story there. Like two women arguing with, I don't know, arguing about something there, here. That they just can't seem to get on the same page, or Elaine. Okay. So let's put that out of the way, because that's very confusing energy. Right, so show me what the Divine Feminine have got coming up, please. Show me any messages that you want, that you've got the Divine Feminine. Oh, no. What are the intentions? That's it, sorry. So what's the intentions from the Divine Masculine towards the Divine Feminine? Show me more of what the intentions are of the Divine Masculine. So they want to work on the scenario. Now, if there's a third party and divorcing and all that sort of stuff, they basically just want to keep working on what they're doing. Now, this person here is working, more than likely spiritual, could be teaching, esoteric, all that kind of stuff. But they've got something to say, okay, but it depends on whether you want to listen to it. So the Divine Masculine's intentions are, as it stands so far, that they want to work on this connection. Now, that's down to you, Divine Feminine. Do you? Because they do. Now, if you're like, no way, Jose, because that bitch stole my man and they flirted with someone else and blah, 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 and blah, 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 and they put me in a third party or I've been in that for a while, then your answer should actually be, no, I don't, right? Should be, right? But let's see, what are the intentions of the Divine Masculine? What are the intentions from the Divine Masculine towards the Feminine? So there you go. So you got 2 3s. So if you've been in a third party, they're still not out of that scenario because this is the piece of cream on the side. Okay, I like my cream on the side with my piece of pecan pie, right? So it might be where, because this in olden days for me, because I'm an olden day tarot card reader, is a mistress. Okay, so I've got a mistress, right? And I've got a wife or a husband, blah, blah, blah. And I've actually got a piece on the side, someone else, right? So if someone is, if Steph, Jeff and Meth and Steph and Steve, meth, someone could be smoking crack or taking meth, I don't know, meth head. But don't worry about it if you are. But like here, I don't judge anybody, me. But like, you know, I did hear meth or crack or heroin. So if you are going to court, social services, and this is the woman that's always involved to do with the children, well, she's always going to be there because she is the mother of the children of the husband that was with her at once, but now is maybe seeing or doing something else with someone else, right? Let's see. Any messages from the intentions of the divine masculine towards the feminine? What are the intentions? So, 7 of Cups, smoke and mirrors and loss. So their intentions are, well, maybe to confuse you, or if you're in a third party, their intentions are that they're still in that situation. Okay, now if you're a divine masculine and you're watching this and that isn't your intention, then please give me some time. I did notice when I did the divine masculine, not one dislike on the divine masculine, not one. I did the divine feminine and shitloads of them. So there you go. What does that say? You're either blaming a tarot reader or your own life there. But so their intentions are the fact that they feel really down, they feel really low. Now, it could be the fact that some of you are in a third party, okay, that you're actually seeing someone else and that they're being pushed out and they're feeling alone. Because there's some kind of confusion here of like, this is also ADHD, because this is very confused and that I can't seem to concentrate. Okay, 7s are my ADHD cards. Okay, I'm very confused. I can't think straight, you know, blah, blah, blah. Or their intentions are that they do have other options. Now, if you know that your twat flame has always had other options, that's not their fault, right? You need boundaries there. Okay, like you need boundaries to try to stop the person keep coming back, putting you into third party situations, right? This is only at the minute. So let's see, what are the divine masculine's intentions, please, towards the feminine? So you've got the Queen of Wands that can be another woman if there is 3, because this can be the other woman, okay? You've got the Lovers, Gemini or Capricorn. So their intentions are that they are in love, but it might be with 2 people, okay? But one of these, it might not be love, it might just be platonic. Because if it's more of a gin and tonic and someone getting pissed, someone could be drinking. Because this is also pie-eyed and sky-eyed, right? Here, under the influence, right? I have a drug addiction or an alcohol addiction, and I'm under the influence, okay? It's kind of like rose-tinted glasses, right? So that can really confuse the situation. Now, if there isn't anything to do with alcohol, drugs, or addiction problems, okay, there is an energy of where the divine masculine is confused because there could have been a lot of self-sabotage. It could have been a lot of breakups. This could be an argument that occurs every 3 days. Every 3 days or 3 weeks or 3 months, do you end up back in the 5 of Cups state? Okay. Smoke and mirrors, not understanding what the hell is going on with each other, not on the same page. This can be, like I said, ADHD. I'm confused. I can't seem to concentrate. What's the divine masculine doing? They're at work. Okay. So they're at work. So there might be distance between you two. Okay. So let's see. Tell me more about what this 3 of Pentacles is for the intentions towards the divine masculine, divine feminine. Why do the divine masculine have this for their intentions? Because they believe that it's over. Now, if they have been trying to end a marriage or a commitment or a relationship, if they've been trying to end that, then that's your karmic cycle. That's you either deciding that you're going to wait for that or you're not going to wait for that. Okay, are you prepared to wait for them or not? That can also be prison and all this sort of stuff here. Okay. Let's see. Why does the divine masculine's intentions have the Empress on there and in their energy? So there is a new start. You have like Aquarius or Leo energy there. It is offered. Okay, so they are willing to work on this if it's just a general tit for tat, ending, beginning, ending, beginning, ending, and beginning. You don't have to, like, a tarot card reading is not telling you this is what you are going to be doing. It's telling you it's still going to be down to you, no matter what the tarot reading says. But here, some of them are willing to work on this. Okay, they are still looking towards the future of the connection that you've got. Okay, together. Now, why do they have the 7 of Cups? Because so they are working. They are thinking more about long-term goals of the relationship. Okay. Now, if they are more concerned about money, well, that's a man. That's what women also do. But if they're a man's man and they're constantly thinking about work and money, that's what a man does. Thinks about work and money, stability. Okay, so if they're working all the time, you're going to have some leeway there, because this is working, this is earning money for the family. Okay, and that's what they're considering doing. Why do they have the 5 of Cups as their intentions? Yeah, there is 2 women here. There is 2 women that are really struggling to try and get on the same page. This could be happening at work. The 3 of Pentacles and the 10 of Pentacles can mean that someone's at work and it's a working environment. Okay, and this is kind of like maybe like getting annoyed that someone might be eyeing someone else up at work and trying to make them jealous. Yeah. But their intentions are they feel down about the divine feminine. Now, I ain't going to sugarcoat and say that every divine feminine out there is cut from the grace of fucking God. No way, okay? So some of you women out there, divine feminine, may have been playing the role of 2 men. Like, you know, you could have been playing this guy off between 2 different people, if you have been. If you haven't been, then there could be an energy of where the divine masculine does have like 3 people, 1 being himself and 2 women, and they're the 2 women, the Queen of Pentacles and the Queen of Wands. Now that's love and lust, right? So like I said, if they are going to court, and this is the baby mama, this is the baby mama, one of them also being you, okay? Caught right in the middle of love and lust. Which one is it? Is it a lustful relationship? Will it stand the test of time after the divorce and the settlement? Or will it not? Okay. So I believe that in this story, there is 3 people. This be one of them and this be the other one. Okay. Because this could be you, divine feminine, feeling down the fact that the guy keeps going off to the other woman and promising and getting you to wait for the divorce and the settlement there for this guy to leave one of these women. And you're caught right in the middle of it, looking forward to the future, knowing that the partner also has other options. And will this person ever not be an option? Not if they've got children. If they've got kids, they're always going to be a part of one another's life in some aspect. So what's this Queen of Wands here for? For the intentions of the divine masculine. Why do they have that? Okay, so you got the 4 of Swords. So it's kind of like, well, let's just take a break then. You know, let's just think about this, have a break. Okay, because it's extremely draining and extremely tired. And I really don't know what the outcome is going to be. So what's the Lovers here for? Why is the Lovers here? So 9 of Cups, not prepared to let someone go yet. So basically, if they've been going through divorce and settlements and stuff like that, this is just one story at the moment. If they've been going through divorce and settlements and stuff like that, that is still how it was before. Exactly the same as it was. There hasn't really been any change in it. Okay. But the last time I did a divine feminine reading was only probably about a few days ago, right? So that scenario is the same, right? Here. Because this is unwilling to compromise and change, right? Because I'm looking still for an answer of one more thing, right? So it might be like one more chance. So for some of you here, if that isn't involving the 3rd energy, that's more of like, I'm going to give you one more chance, but I'm still the same person. I haven't changed one bit. I'm still exactly the same as what I was when you got back with me. If we had an argument and we split up and now we've reconciled, the same person that got back with you is exactly the same person as what I were before. Has anybody realised that nobody actually changes any yet? if you've ever been where you've been with a soulmate or a twat flame, that you're split up, get back together, split up, argue, get back together, split up, argue. Has any of you ever noticed that when you get back together that neither of you have actually changed? Anybody? Yeah. Right? So, no change. The person that you're with is exactly the same as they were before. Some of you could have just sort of like reconciled, but you're still quite dubious about it because you're realizing, well, this is me. I'm exactly the same person as what I was last time, or that I've always been. So I can't change that because that's me. Okay. So have you done any changing? No, because I can't. Because that's me. Okay, so we're the same then. Yeah, so where are we doing? What are we doing? Well, we're trying to compromise. Okay. But again, there's still this energy of like this Five of Cups. It's like this woman here feeling down and actually still can't get over the energy yet. Like, because this is, I haven't dropped the ego yet. I'm still going through the Five of Cups. I'm still reminiscing on the past. I'm still thinking about all the times that this happened in the past. How many times we broke up and spoke and then didn't. All of those things have now broken my trust where I can't stop thinking about the past all the time. That's what I'm doing. The condition of 5 questions the condition of the relationship. Meaning, how's the relationship going? Are any of you out there ever sick about someone constantly talking about the relationship? Right? How's our relationship going? Not good. Okay, so we need to talk about the relationship. Oh, Jesus Christ. So 5s will question the relationship when they feel as if they don't trust the other person. So they're probably going through this why stage. Why did you do it? Why did you not do it? What are you doing? What are we doing? Have you changed any? Are you willing to compromise any? Can you change? 4. No, because I'm still the same person. I can't change it. That's me. Are you okay with that? Well, I do love you, but I'm not going to change either. Oh, there you go then. Where are we? Standoff. We're in exactly the same place as what we were before, with the same people doing the same thing. No change. Right? So it's kind of the lessons that are here, if you're not going, well, even if you're going through a third party, that there is no change in the circumstances. All of you are trying to feel optimistic about the future, but realizing that the same circumstance with that person is still the same as it was before. Okay. If they're in a third party, they are still. If you are still. If you are not in a third party and you are trying to compromise, one of these women here is constantly thinking about everything that went on in the past and not looking towards the future. The divine feminine or masculine could be thinking about, well, I'm looking forward to the future. Like, the future's bright. Let's concentrate on the future, not the past. Divine feminine. No, I want to think about the past still. Well, I want to think about the future. What are you doing? Thinking about the past. Well, that's extremely draining. Why can't you just get over it? Now, like I said, if someone's been cheating on you, you're never supposed to get over that if they've been cheating and cheating and cheating, right? I have to say that because some of you still do all of that sort of stuff. If they haven't been cheating and manipulating and like, you know, you've just been arguing slightly, okay, one of these people is really looking forward to the future thinking, well, this is bright. Piscean energy, okay. I'm really looking forward to the future. I think I've got a future with you if you want it. But what is the divine feminine doing? Thinking about the past. Still trying to get over the... Well, I don't think it's a breakup. I think it's still just reminiscing on everything that's gone on. Like constant, like getting sick to death of talking about like the relationship. Why does it always keep going wrong? Why do you always keep shouting and moaning? Why do we keep breaking up and then having to reconcile? Why do we have to keep doing that? Why can't you just go with the flow of the relationship? Because you hurt me. You broke my trust. I can't trust you anymore. So what do you want? Well, I want to be in the relationship. Okay, so you're going to have to get over yourself here. Stop living in the Five of Cups and feeling so down. Find yourself. Well, I am. That's what I'm doing. I'm just going to concentrate on me now. I'm not really going to think about you now. I'm just going to think about me and just do what I want to do, if that's what you want to do. Well, I do. Well, you're selfish. No, I want to be in a relationship. I'm looking forward to the future. Yeah, well, if you don't want to be with me, what do you mean if I don't? Of course I do. That's what I just said. I want to be with you. What's wrong? Concentrating on negative energy, concentrating on the lower vibration, all up in their head, constantly thinking about the past, the relationship, the breakup, every time this has gone on, how many times have we done this? Will it go wrong again? What happens if it goes wrong again? What happens if I'm on my own again? What happens if you come back into my life? You start looking forward to the future with really good energy. But then I've got low energy because I'm thinking about that you're going to do it again and that you're not going to be here. When this person's like, fuck that, Dave, I want to look forward to the future. That's what I'm doing. Future. Future, future, future. Okay, so this one is now doubting, thinking, well, I don't know, I might have other options. I might want to get rid of someone that is looking forward to the future and actually maybe consider someone else because this person's looking forward to the future. I would rather go with a lower vibration energy and see if that works other than the higher vibration energy. You see, you might not be vibing on the same frequency. Someone might be completely and utterly vibing in the wrong direction as one of you is actually vibing in the right one. Meaning, well, I'm really looking forward to the future of us and the relationship, and I'm always looking forward to the future. I never really concentrate on the past. The past is the past. Let's just forget it because you can't change it. You can't do anything about the past. So let's concentrate on the future, yeah? No, I'm still getting over it. Oh, fuck. Because this can be a leading energy, meaning it can be a masculine energy. Their intentions are that they actually want to drive the energy forward. They want to start motivating the energy forward. Now, if you're a feminine, you're like, yeah, that's what I want to do. Okay, there you go. Okay, but the star signs that you got here is a life path 3 Pisces, Aquarius and Leo, or just Aquarian Pisces. Okay, they're like, no, I'm really looking forward to the future. Let's get things snapping. Let's get positive. Let's start thinking about now what we can do for the future of the relationship. Let's get popping. Some of you are like, nah, fuck that. No, I want to concentrate on the 5 of Cups. Now, I ain't going to lie to you, feminine. I'm not. You know, some of you, this is you. You can't get out your own way. You can't stand out of your own ego. Okay, you can't get over the past. Okay, the lessons have probably driven you nuts to the point where you're like, I can't get over them. I can't move on because I still love them. I still want to be with them, but I just can't seem to move on forward. I can't try to stop. You see, the trouble is, if this be Taurus or life path 5, right, maybe Sagittarius, Taurus, life path 5, and I'm giving you from experience, okay, they can actually, a lot of the times, dwell on the past because it's the condition of the relationship. I see a relationship the way I see it, and we're supposed to do things in a relationship that resort to how I want it to go. And when it doesn't go my way, I don't like it. I don't like it when I realise that you don't change because people don't. But Taurus can be like Scorpio, right? Scorpio 4s, okay? If you've got a life path 5 or a Taurus and this one's got a Scorpio rising or is a life path 4, you're going to clash, okay? As soon as I get 5s in the readings, they're really important because they always mean a condition of the relationship. It's the way that I feel a relationship should go. And it has to go the way I want it to. Because if it don't, I'll start questioning, saying, well, this is no relationship. You don't compromise. You don't allow me to think, well, in a relationship, you should be like this. You should have perfect this. You should be perfect in this way also. You should have perfection in this way and perfection in that way. And that's what I want in a relationship, and I need you to be stable, good money, perform in every single way, and the moment that you don't, that's not fair because that's what I think a relationship should be. But the other one is doing their best to say, well, look, hello, you know, I'm really looking forward to being optimistic about the future. I really want to drive it forward, being me, No, you're selfish, fish. You're selfish. All you do is consider about thinking about, let's get going, let's get things moving forward. Why is the feminine here constantly dwelling on the past? I'm not going to sugarcoat it. Okay, I'm not. Okay, now if you're like, well, I'm a divine feminine, I'm full of great positive future energy, and that's what I want to do. And the divine masculine isn't. Well, in this deck, this shows a female looking down on the relationship, but wanting the relationship. I really want a relationship, but I feel so low in the relationship that is present. I feel very low and down, right, about the person that I've been given, right? So this is why I'm saying the condition is the person that I've been designated as a soulmate, they're not cutting the mustard, Dave. They're not perfect. On paper, they are. Because they have two major energies here, the Empress and here, which means that they're not going to budge. They'll probably stop chasing. Because an Empress stops chasing a Five of Cups because they'll put in so much effort, but eventually they'll be like, fuck, I can't, there's nothing I can do to get you on my, like, you look at vibration, right? Vibration being a very high vibed person here, right? I'm not going to keep lowering myself to your expectations when I'm up here and I have to keep coming down here all the time to try and support you all the time when I have really good energy, and you want me to keep lowering myself to you? No, you've got to come up to me, because they're probably, they could be a feminine masculine, like they could be very well balanced with good energy, high vibrational energy, okay, very high. So it might not be it could be that I have way too many high expectations, but I can't match your high expectations. You know, you want to get married and you're looking forward to the future and you're really wanting to drive things forward. But if this energy does not see this one, they're failing to actually see the good energy and the goodness in this energy here. Do you see it or do you not see it? Let me alliterate again. This energy has really good energy. They're looking to make a good, stable, grounded offer to ground the relationship. Let's get things back grounded. Let's stop thinking about the past. Let's stop looking so down on it. Let's stop concentrating on the relationship. Let's start looking towards the future and not the past. Let's have good expectations for it. But I'm not going to keep chasing you and going down to your level to try and bring you up to this expectation, because they'll stop doing it. They'll stop actually putting in the effort. Honestly. So if any of you are divine mass feminine and you feel down about the good vibration here, and this energy is stopped putting in time and effort here, that's why. Because they've stopped putting in effort towards trying to keep, like, look, stop keep thinking about the past. Stop keep talking about the relationship. Stop keep going over what was. I can't rectify that. All I can do is change the future, right? I want to go towards the future. I want to go towards the future. We can't keep going over the past. Can you get over yourself? And can you please stop concentrating on the past, right? That is more than likely exactly how a divine masculine would say it. Can you please stop concentrating on the Five of Cups and feeling so low and so down, and pick your lip up and get on with it? Let's start looking forward towards the future. Do you or don't you? It's your choice. If I'm not good enough for you in a relationship the way I am, then don't. Okay? Because I do believe that they're getting frustrated here, okay, around work and everything else, not knowing whether it's starting or whether it's finishing. Don't know whether to, like, keep investing into the Five of Cups to try and pull you up and say, come on, let's get popping, let's get things moving, Dave. Okay? So, that's another story for you guys that may not be in a third party. Okay? It's no good blaming a tarot reader if you're really pissed off with your partner because things have gone tits up. because you already know that has, right? Because I'm not here to blame other people. So that's one energy. Now, if this person has another woman and that is coming up as a third party, well, then you're still stuck in that first message that I gave you, being in this Five of Cups, because they keep having to concentrate more on the other woman that they may have children with that aren't here. And this is court and social services. Okay. So that is your messages for this divine feminine. Well, it's a divine feminine, but it's kind of like what you're going through with this, the intentions of the person. The intentions of one of these is the fact that they actually just want to get the fuck going and stop concentrating on the past. But the other one might not. The other one might not be able to get over themselves and stop thinking so low, so down. When you feel low and down, you can do anything. You can be intoxicated and start drinking or smoking because I feel so down. Oh, I'm just going to get home, put my feet up, have some drink or whatnot and blah, 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 and feel down about myself and then just drown myself in my sorrows. When this one's kind of like, what? What? Do you want to go out? Nah, I'm going to stay in on my own. What? Don't you want to go out? Don't you want to just like, let's travel, let's go out, let's do some stuff. Nah, I just want to stay in on my own, watch Netflix, have a few beers, like get intoxicated. That's what I want to do. Just dwell on the past, keep thinking about it. And then when I'm feeling low, I might start to come out sideways and start to question, why do you feel so good when I feel so down? You don't support me. But this energy will stop supporting because it isn't down to this person to carry the low vibration. Whether you're in a relationship or not, but that might be how this person sees it. You're supposed to support me when I feel down. About what? Well, about you. What? You feel down about me? Well, no, I can support you if your life is going to shit. What's going on with your life? Well, you. What? I don't get it. It doesn't make any sense. So I'm not going to keep investing into someone because it's not, you can't match. You got to come up. You can't go down. If you keep going down, you pull this person's vibration down. They're like, oh God, it's fucking, what the hell? What's wrong with you? Oh, fuck. Right? Would you rather not come up and have a really good time and come out and feel fucking brilliant? Yeah, well, I should want to. But no, I'd rather stay in. Ooh, okay. I'm only going to ask you once. That's the way it seems to be here. Because there is an energy of like love is there. But the energy of unwilling to compromise, to open up to it is like, well, I don't know, because I'm still feeling codependent. You're like, well, I'm independent. I can do all of these things. There's loads of stuff I can do. I'm good at that. I'm really good at these things. I'm independent enough to be able to, be in a relationship. But the codependency of reliance of energy is not good. Because the Nine of Cups says that the high vibrational energy has to keep going down towards the low vibration. And then you get the Nine of Cups, which means greedy with energy. Okay, greed, gluttony, the 7 deadly sins, the 9, right, is greed. Okay, 7 deadly sins, but again, this one does represent greed, right? I'm being greedy with the energy here because I want you to put more effort in towards me, but they're at a high vibration. This energy has to learn a lesson about coming up, not going down, meaning that, yeah, but I'm a divine feminine, masculine, confused energy because I have maybe Taurus in my chart that puts me at a masculine feminine. But I feel down about it because the condition says that as a relationship, the masculine has to put all of the effort in as an Adam and Eve equality energy. You've got to put it all in towards me. You have to keep supporting my emotional need. But I don't need to keep doing that because I have to keep doing that. You need to come up towards this energy that actually makes it fair. But what you've got is greedy with energy. because I keep applying energy into you all of the time to keep getting you to do things and have to stop talking about the relationship and how bad it is or was and what could have been and what was and all that sort of shit. Because of that, I can't keep doing that to bring you up towards this energy. Okay, I can't keep supporting your low vibrational energy that's so low all the time. How can I think some of you are going to get pissed off at me doing it, but you're either going to learn a lesson here or you're not, because equality doesn't matter whether you're a man or woman. It doesn't matter whether you're a man or woman. If you're gay, you get a divine masculine and feminine. You always get a driving force of someone that is masculine and feminine. Okay, always. In every circumstance, there is more of a masculine energy than there is a feminine one. Always. Okay. So equality is saying that someone here has to go up towards that and stop looking for an emotional need and getting so emotional all the time over the possible masculine energy, wanting to drive things forward. Because it's a draining energy. It's greedy with time and effort. Someone's getting frustrated with it because they see that it isn't fair having to keep doing that. Okay, so there you go, Divine Feminine. There is your reading. Thanks very much, guys. That one is free. If you would like your star signs, they are all still being done presently over on, you could be dealing with a Leo or an Aquarian. But yeah, or Sagittarius or Life Path 5. Yeah, if you would like your star signs are over on Patreon. That's the silver or the gold tier. That's where all your weeklies, full spreads, ins and outs, and everything that's coming up for you. Okay? Thanks very much. Really appreciate it, guys. See you next time.